Welcome to class. Today's topic is relief sculpture. What is relief sculpture? Relief sculpture is the act of modeling or carving in a background which protrude a sculptural piece. We have different types of relief sculpture: low relief sculpture and high relief sculpture. Low relief sculptures is also referred to as bars sculpture, while high relief sculptures are those sculptural pieces that almost stand free or look like sculptural pieces that are on the run, like what we have in the school compound. As you can see some pictures of high relief sculpture and also low relief sculptures. Then relief started from Egypt. The Egyptians were practicing a kind of relief sculpture which is referred to as sunken relief sculpture. It's like you are drawing on the clay. You draw on the clay. They are very, very flat. They are low relief sculptures. Then, as time goes on, they begin to develop a, a high relief sculpture like the one you can see right now is almost a sculpture on the round where you can see almost the entire body of the sculptural piece and you can see undercuts. When I mean undercut, they are shapes that you feel may not be possible, but you have them there. Another good example is this one displaying right now. This one is a good example of a high relief sculpture whereby it's like almost a sculpture that is standing on its own on a round. Then we have other pictures that portray a low relief sculpture, which you just seen now. This is a good example of a low relief sculpture, which look like as if the carved or sculptural piece is drawn on the background. Then there are other materials that we can use for this aspect, which are wax, stones, wood. This act is carried out by carving depending on the materials that you want to use. If, for instance, you are using clay, you are going to model on it. Model on it, that is, you add clay. They use the method of additive and subtractive. Like this one is another good example of a flat or low relief sculptural piece. While in wax production, you can also carve designs out of wax. Then other materials that you can also use is stones, wood. Wood can be carved into almost a freestanding statue. Wax can be carved into almost a freestanding object. Most other materials are the use of soft other foreign materials like foam, and this aspect of sculptural piece are mostly done in Europe, and some other in Africa we do a lot of wood carving like this one that you're seeing right now is another good example of this sunken sculptural piece or relief that is mainly practiced then in Egypt. Here we have other good pictures to portray how the relief looks like. Now, the next one is materials that you can actually use for this exercise, like clay, either the white clay. Yes, this is a good example of a kaolin clay or white clay or a china clay. Then the other one is a normal earthenware clay, which is also referred to as a brown clay. A brown clay can be used for modeling a relief sculpture. As you can see, that is the picture of a brown clay, and you have some other pictures that will come up showing you how this clay looks like. This is another good example of the brown clay. And the next picture that will come up is another one that looks like it's a clay body, but a white clay or a kaolinite clay. Some people refer to it as China clay. These are materials that can be used for this aspect or for this relief sculpture. The next material is stone. As you can see, white soft stone. They are referred to as white soft stones. They are stones that are carved into the artist's desired shape. And we have other colors of these white stones, soft stones. Well, yes, as you can see, is another color of soft stones. These stones can be carved into any shape, and the after carving, the artist polish sandpaper to make it look smooth and presentable. The next material that can be used is wax. As you can see a wax material on your screen, a green wax, candle wax that can be carved into different shapes and sizes for different purpose. Most times wax are used for bronze casting and rings casting. Then this another color of wax. It's purple. The first one was green. This purple wax, and the next that will come is another color of wax, which is blue. These are materials that can be used for carving, relief carving, depending on what you are going to use it for. Then the next that will be coming up is a ring that has been carved or modeled with wax before mass production. The pictures just rolling now. You see the wax that have been molded or carved out. Then you see the finished work by your left. That is a ring that have the left one is the finished job, while the right one is the wax before it is bronze before it is casted out. Then the next one is a little miniature which is molded with wax. You see miniatures that are done with wax production. So wax are used for relief works, and are used for either freestanding works. They can be used for low relief or high relief. Then another material that you can use is wood. As you can see, you see woods and miniatures that have been carved out. Yes, the wood can possess different colors, but here is a miniature that have been carved out from wood. Then these are tools that can be used for carving. We call these ones mallet. They serve the purpose of hammer. Most times they use them as a means of hitting the chisel to get your desired shape. This is another shape of a mallet. The first ones are different from this, but these are shapes of and they are classified as tools for carving. They are classified as tools for carving, while the clay and wax are materials for carving. These is another tools that are used for carving. These are different hammer of different shapes and sizes, which are used to apply pressure on our chisel to get our desired shape. Then the next one is electric device or beads that are used for carving different floral designs on wood. We have different designs and we have different materials, and we have tools that serve their different purpose. Like this very device is used for bringing out shapes, flat shapes on a background. And you can see the tool right there is a bead that is placed on an electric device to bring out shapes of floral designs. And you see another picture of a different tools of beads and sizes depending on what you are doing with it. And the next that will come up is sandpaper. Sandpaper is a device that is used to smoothen surface of carved or sculptural piece. Yes, this is a good example of a smooth sandpaper. A smooth sandpaper. Then the next that will come up is a picture of the rough sandpaper. They come in different sizes, shapes, designs, and colors that are used for the smoothing of sculptural surfaces. Like this one is the first one we normally use after sculpting or after carving. This is the first one we use before we start using the smooth sandpaper. This is a rough sandpaper that is used for smoothing the surface of sculptural piece. Then the next one is another a device or bit that is used for carving too. This is an electric bit that is used for carving. It's used for making the surface of sculptural piece smooth, smoothing the surface, and also getting intricate shapes, and getting your desired flows of lines. You can see you see the device and the chisel, the electric chisel, which is used for bringing out shapes, which are used for bringing out different curves, lines on when walking. Yeah, this see the device beats, and there are different sizes, and it is connected to electric to bring out the shapes of animals, composition of animals. Then the next two that will come up right now is another sculptural tool which is used for carving too. Yes, these are, we call them carving tool, anglo, sandpaper, then grudges, and we call it gorges, and chisel, for still the same